Yeah. All right. Race 4. The Alan Barnes coaches, benchmark 95 handicap, 1,500 metres. Fibrillation $9, Adnacon 7, Thumbtacks 550, Spinnerwitch 5, 350 Soldad, 550 Gangster's Choice.
This is a race. These horses in this race, so many of these horses are horses that I would bet on in the right, you know what I mean, under the right circumstances. Apart from that Mergelisa Lass, pretty much every other horse in the race I've tipped or backed at one point in time. Mate, I found it really hard to separate, and I thought, I wonder if Fibrillation's forward enough. I was hoping you might be able to tell us a bit about that.
Chance you might not run. Track will be too firm.
Okay. All right. Maybe you should fire off with your opinion then.
I'm with Spinnerwitch.
Okay.
I think she's a good mare. Really good mare. Came back from a hell of a long break. You know, she's had more than a share of issues. Won at Warwick Farm, beating Radar Happy Hussy. Was dominant. Then stepped up into stakes class. Admittedly, it was an off-season stakes race, and you know, but the Irish Dreams franked it to an extent. But she was dominant again. 35-day freshen up. I just think she's better than these. You know, and she's only got a kilo over the minimum. I wouldn't say this is any harder than a last start. Granted, horses like Thumbtacks and that, they're in form and they're racing well, but I thought each way odds Spinnerwitch from a good draw is excellent value.
He's better at Warwick Farm as well, Thumbtacks, isn't he?
So races all right at Rosehill. He's only won one there, but he's always thereabouts. He's a different horse. He's been a different horse for 12 months. He's not the non-winner anymore. He's won 7 from 40.
Yep. What about this Colosseo?
No.
You couldn't see it running on?
No. No, not for me. No. Won the Wagga Cup. Great race that. Devised, Rain Drum, Southern Shimmer. That Southern Shimmer, it's gone well since. No, thank you.
No?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, look, like I said, I was looking at Fibrillation and Colosseo to run a race first up. I don't have much of an opinion in it. If you're telling me Fibrillation's out, then I'd say have something each way on Colosseo.
Adnacon will run well. He's proven stakes horse.
Yep.
Carries residual fitness from Brisbane. He'll run well.
I think the point you made about Spinnerwitch is a real good one. But I could have something each way on Colosseo. I think he goes pretty good fresh.
All right, go for your life. Here we go. Race 5. The Run to the Rose. Piero, 220, had support from 230 in. All Too Hard, 250. Ashcan, 19. Epaulet, 650. Your Song, 13. Ninth Legion, 16.
I was singing during the week. I was thinking...
That could be dangerous. You left yourself open.
I did. Okay, I had thoughts during the week that I'd jump on... I thought they're going to put up, you know, a better price on All Too Hard, and this is his chance. If he's going to beat Piero, this is his chance. He'll get it. He'll get weight off him, and he's had the run and whatever else. But I just had a look at the form last night. I had a look at the runs they're going to get, and I think Piero at $2.20 is just overs. I think All Too Hard, if he jumps well, he's going to be underneath him. Asher Khan, Your Song, presumably sit 1-2. Your Song on the inside, Asher Khan on his outside.
Asher Khan will lead. Your Song will trail it.
You think Your Song will trail it?
Yeah.
I can just see Piero Nash just sitting just one out, one back, or maybe if Asher Khan pushes on, he's just sort of, you know, a couple of lengths off from there. If All Too Hard does jump, he's underneath him, he gets completely dictated to. If he doesn't jump, he's going to be giving a 2 or 3 length head start. I just can't see Piero getting beaten unless he's not at least 90% or close to 90% fit. I just don't think he's going to get beaten. I think the 220 is massive overs. This is a triple Group 1 winner and he's giving a kilo to a Group 2 winner.
It's I've been really sitting back, enjoying watching how Gay's handled this, because she has handled this horse so different to the way she handles 99.9% of her horses.
Well, it hasn't had a trial, which is amazing.
I can't recall the last horse she sent to the races without a trial.
Yeah.
Let alone one, normally 2.
Yep.
She just must have an unbelievable opinion of this horse. And, you know, plenty of people out there want to say, oh, Gay says that about all of them. And I know she does. And, you know I sit there and listen to her on the radio sometimes and just shake my head at things that come out of her mouth. But, look, the reality is she did say, and yeah, some people say if you throw enough rocks, one's going to hit the target.
Yeah.
But she did say this would win the Golden Slipper straight after the Breeders' Plate. Okay. And just the way she's handled him just tells you he's a special horse. And I love the fact that it appears from the outside that there are 2 races in Melbourne that she has just got her sights on with him, and then it's all about that. You know, whether he runs in the Golden Rose or not, she's not going to make a decision. Originally he was going to kick off in the Heritage. He's obviously come to hand a little bit quicker than what she originally thought he probably would with what she was doing with him. So he's running in the Run to the Rose. Don't worry, she'll be trying to protect his unbeaten record. He won't be here if he's...
No, he's not here for a haircut.
If he's not close. He's not just here to go round and run a solid third.
No.
He's too valuable for that sort of stuff. So, in that regard, I'm really looking forward to seeing him. I thought his gallop the other day at Warwick Farm was better than Rosehill. He wasn't asked to do much at Rosehill. But, yeah, it was good. All Too Hard, I think you've hit the nail on the head with what you say. He's just doing too much wrong for my liking too. You know, chances are he's going to miss a kick again. He's going to have to make up ground in a small field that they won't go silly in. Ashman leads, as I said. Paulette, I wasn't convinced in the trial, to be honest with you. Really ridden out to get the raceway, and appeared to take forever to do it. The winkers go back on. That might just put his mind back on the job a little bit. Your Song, I like this horse. I really like him. I've got a lot of time for him. I love the turn of foot that he produced at Rosehill on that heavy track, and I don't think he's a wet track horse. He's never seen a good track. I just hate horses that have a little minor problem when they're in a preparation, and he did. He was due to kick off in the up-and-coming last week. He strained a muscle in his back.
Yep.
It's only a muscle. It's not a bone problem or a ligament problem or anything like that. And then I thought Ninth Legion was as good as All Too Hard in the
without a doubt.
San Domenico. But Ashman leads. Your Song sits on his back. Piero's off Your Song. Your Song gets 3 kilos off him. All right, at $13, I'm going to have $10 on Your Song.
Okay.
I think he's a very good horse. I think he's a very good horse. And I've got insurance, because if Piero just goes past him and wins easily, I know she hasn't said it, but he'll probably run in the Golden Race, because, at the end of the day, what's the preparation? It would be this, Golden Race a fortnight later, Stud Stakes a fortnight later, I think it's a fortnight later, into the Caulfield Guineas, and then the Cox Plate 5th up.
Could be right.
It's not like he's been taxed heading into a Cox Plate.
No.
So I got some insurance anyway. I took some odds last week.
I was going to do that. Case. I actually think that his chance of going to the Golden Roses if he loses on Saturday. That's my theory. I think they'll think to themselves, well, we'll take the Group 1 in Sydney if we can get it in our...
Anyway, we're all guessing. Look, at the end of the day, Gay's keeping the cards close to the chest. But $13, I'll probably get better on race day. I haven't gone in yet, but I'm just going to have something small on Your Song, because I do think he's a very, very good colt. Very good colt. And just with that little bit of weight relief, and I know it's not as much as he's entitled to, far from it. But he just might be able to sprint first up, and his trial on Tuesday was excellent. He was asked to do nothing, but it was excellent.
I think you're right, though, because I think he's the only horse that can beat Piero. I can't see All Too Hard beating him on Saturday.
I can't imagine All Too Hard beating him, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ninth Legion beat All Too Hard.
Yeah. And you just think, I think you've got to be in front of Piero to beat him on Saturday. And Your Song looks to be in that spot. And like you make the point, if Asher Khan does push on, he gets a nice trail. And if he doesn't and sits on his outside, well, it means Piero's got to come around to Asher Khan. So gives Your Song the opportunity.
Your Song will probably have to come around to Asher Khan too. But
I'm just saying if he doesn't hand up the lead to Asher Khan for whatever reason.
Who? Your Song,
yeah.
He'll be ridden with a trail, mate.
Yeah, all right.
They won't be wanting to lean on him. You'd be very surprised. I want him to have something to chase.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, I think Piero will win, but I'm having something. As I said, if Your Song wants to beat him, it wouldn't completely surprise me. I think he's a very, very good horse.
Yep.
Race 6, Motor Traders Premier's Cup, 1800 metres. Permit 15. Stout Hard 220. Brave the Way 10, Next to Nick's 11, Gazaguru 15, Pearl of Bells 11, and Glencadam Gold 360.
Right, 2-horse race, Stout-Hearted Glencadam Gold. Glencadam Gold gets a nod. Stout-Hearted's having its third run over 1,800 metres. The only reason last start he looked as good as he did, I think, is because the only horse that could have beaten him in that race last start was Brave the Way. He was coming back from 24 to 1,800. I think that made Stout-Hearted look like he still had his turn of foot. I think on Saturday, at his third run over 1,800 metres, I'd rather be on the horse stepping up to the 1,800 for the first time, which is Glencadam Gold. Tommy said yesterday he'll need to be winning this if he's a serious Caulfield Cup horse, or prospect, I should say. So I think there's a genuine expectation that he'll come out from the stable, that he'll come out and win on Saturday. I think what you do, there was around $5 yesterday, so that must be all gone. I took a bit of the $5 in Glencadam Gold. I think you'll probably get close to $3 in Stout-Hearted on the day. That's what I reckon. And I reckon you just have something on him, because one of those two will be winning.
Can't back the gay horse, Glencadam Gold.
There you go.
Fell in against Brian's Honour, for God's sake.
There's
I don't care.
Plenty happened on that horse.
I don't care. It fell in. It fell in.
I reckon almost every other horse in this race would have lost that.
Yeah. It fell in against Brian's Honour, all right? Conceded drops 3 kilos, but I don't want to be on at that price. It's price related. I'm not saying it can't win. It's price related. I can't back it at that price. I don't want to be on Stout-Hearted this week. Don't want to be on Stout-Hearted. Not the fact that he's having his third run over 1,800 metres. 2 runs back, he had leaders going bananas in front, and he got home hard over the top of them. Last start, he had the stablemate there. What's its name?
The old
chopping
block.
hump. The speed
Madam
hump.
Nash.
Madam Nash. She went hard in the race. He got home over the top of them. I still thought it was an arrogant win. I thought it was dominant. He faced the breeze. He over-raced. I think it was better than it reads on paper, a 3/4 length win. And for me, he is the horse to beat here, but I don't want to be taking $2.20. Brave the Way meets him a hell of a lot better at the weights. Gazaguru meets him better at the weights. Next to Nick's was excellent behind Kentucky Park, first up. It's not a race I want to play in, but it's a race I want to use to line them all up. Permit, as a rule, goes very well second up.
Yep.
Presido was very good first up in a slowly run race. I think it's a good race, and I personally don't think you want to be taking under $3.50 anything in this event. Pearl of Bells was excellent first up behind Monsoleil. No, this is a jumping grade, but geez, it got home hard. I don't want to be taking shorts about anything, but I'm really interested to watch the race. I think Stout-Hearted will win, but it wouldn't surprise me if Permit, Presido, Brave the Way, Next to Nick's, Gazaguru, Pearl of Bells, or Glencadam Gold won the race. But as I said, I'm really interested to line them all up.
Oh well.
I just couldn't charge into something short than that. How do we know how good it goes? Yes, it was okay. It was okay.
I think he's a good horse. I think his trials were good. I thought his first up run was enormous. I take your point about the form, but I just thought it was a great run. He was there to get beaten and he didn't. I know it was Brian's Honour. I think he'll derive a hell of a lot of
Brian's Honour. Of course he will. Of course he will. But so will Next to Nick's.
Yeah.
So will Pearl of Bells. So will Presido. So will Permit. Plenty will take plenty of benefit. I'm tipping Glencadam Gold did more work before its first up run than most of them.
Probably.
There you go.
We'll see what happens, but I think he'll lead. I think he'll get a soft lead as well.
That plays into his hands, no doubt in the world.
And I think he'll run away from him.